Hello guys, how you doing? Man, what a week it's been. On my end, today is Friday. Today's topic is Great Awakening 2020, the weakness of men and how men can achieve abundance per their law of attraction. Great Awakening 2020, the weakness of men and how men can achieve abundance per their law of attraction. Man, guys, the first thing, like I told you, the more you go towards man, the weaker we become. A lot of us, we go to our reverends first and bishops. That's not how it was meant to be. I taught you the Psalms 82:6. We are gods of the Most High. God see every man the same in his own eyes. So what does that mean? That means you're just as great as bishop or pastor or whoever so and so. The Pope himself, the president, you're just as great. You just have to speak it and believe it. Can you go to those guys? Yes, but you have to do things within the order. Do your prayer. Do your meditation. This is how you speak to God yourself. Then after that, go to your books yourself. Do your meditation. It will give you which book to go to. And then if you want to go to a man like myself or then you go there for further, further knowledge is fine. You should never go to any man first. God is a very loving, but he's very selfish. He wants you to go to him first for everything. So that's a weakness of man. Another weakness with men is the giving away of the seed like water. Inside you have a sexual energy. It's your strongest energy force within your body. By holding that energy, you hold wealth, you hold wisdom, you hold knowledge. What man did, he put porno here. So maybe you couldn't get the woman and you fell down, so you're giving away the vital energy. It's not just to produce a child. Think and Grow Rich, chapter 11. Go look up your sexual transmutation. That seed, that seed makes you now not want to chase women. Makes you, it improves you to a masculine form or no other. So yeah, the weakness of men is giving away his sexual energy like water. Me, myself, just going to say it out there. I am not free from sin. I make mistakes like anyone else. But I keep going more towards God, and God raises me different levels. So these things are to help you men, not to down you, just showing you mistakes. Another mistake, men always say some women are dominant. There is no woman too dominant for the right man. It's just he wasn't on the level of strength that she's on. Maybe she's really confident and needs a really strong man. So any woman can be submitted by any man, meaning put in her feminine form. Just some women are stronger than others. So you can say a strong woman, but there's no such thing as dominant. When I encounter them, I already know that a lot of times they throw tests at you and per their nature to see if you're really a man or not, how you react. Men, when somebody hurls something at you that you don't agree with, walking away is a strength. They didn't touch you. And then also when someone says something, give them something back in knowledge, not something back in the humanly form. So these are all things that make you stronger. Back to this thinking thing. We don't control our thoughts a lot of times. We allow others to control our thoughts, which I just explained with the man, going to a man first. That's a lot of times that's his thoughts. I've even seen some people teach and add their own words to things, but not that of God. So when I question the people listening to, I was like, which scripture or chapter did they get it from? That's when I have to show them I'm actually a teacher. So when I listen to somebody, I'm listening as a teacher to try to, I learn from other teachers, but there's no teacher greater than God himself. So I go directly to God. So I'm on the evenly platform of whoever teaches, because I go to the same God. Another thing, think of Ali. He said, how is he known as the greatest, but he doesn't have the best record as a heavyweight champion? One key word, he said, I am the greatest. Just by simply saying I am in front of something, you become it. Now when you ask people one of the greatest boxers, they'll always say Ali. Was he actually the greatest? That's always left up for question, but his name will always be thrown up there. He's had a few losses. There's some people went out as boxers, never lost. Yet Ali is known as the greatest. Another thing men are weak for is lusting after things. Stop chasing and you attract more. When you say, so in other words, stop, some of these conscious guys will say, hey, you want more money? Sometimes you shouldn't go. The key to everything is abundance. When you hear someone talking abundance, that's who you should go more towards. Because with abundance, you have everything in one. So you're singling out only money, when if you use the word abundance, you become money, you become everything. God himself is the abundance that you need to go towards. Another thing we do, each day we turn on, not we, but some of us keep turning on the television and technology. Your true source of information is God. Go to God first through prayer and then meditate. That is your news. That will show you what you should do that day. You have a guide within yourself, and that is yourself. And then God is also within yourself, begging you to come each morning to be a guide to get closer. Men, another thing we do, they always say there's a wolf in sheep's clothing. That's your men. So in other words, you hear a new conscious guy, you guys fail to put scam in front of the guy before you keep seeking and before you get the knowledge. Anybody, even include myself, you should always do a search. Because if the person has those things attached to it, now some of them are frivolous, yes. But the ones I've seen, that's just wisdom. Always do searches. New businesses, anything. Don't go, but remember, a man usually tells, hey, always do a search background on whoever it is. That's called wisdom. Another thing, the reason media, I've told people about media, they refuse to look up Operation Mockingbird. That right there should discredit you towards ever trusting media ever again, which is your CIA infiltrated your media. Still goes on today. Yeah, that's what goes on with media. That's why I'm your media, and your media's other outlets on the YouTube who's on your side, but you act like we're your enemy. And then your enemy, you act like they're your friend. Your media doesn't even tell you how to cure your body through God. That should already be, that's what discredit me with media, because they taught nothing of the word of God. They don't teach you like through your thoughts, you're healed. You know, what you think you attract, they control you. Got you wearing a mask when if God was here, would he wear a mask? Would he be afraid of sickness? God gave us reign over the earth that includes sickness. That's common sense. As it's in the books. So these are the things that make man weak, because he doesn't go more towards God, and God right now has shut down this whole world to give us nothing but time to do research. You know, now there's no media. He didn't want you sitting in front of the TV 24 hours a day watching that. He wanted you to do research, because you already know your whole life has been a lie. It's not a blame. Even myself, I was in the dark age. So right now we're still in the dark age, but the golden age is right on the horizon. What they're doing now, they're fighting the evil. So even still, I see media not telling the truth what's going on. Black Lives Matter means because Lucifer matters. So when you see BLM, they're not for black people. You don't even see, and the word black itself is evil. So right there, they're tricking you. You're not a black man and you're not a black woman. You're an African American person if you're of, the darker shade. There is no white people. You can say Caucasian, but actually we are sovereign men, sovereign women. And we are citizens of the United States. On the application, always put other. If you don't have, if you ever see black, don't put it. If you attach yourself, you get what you attract. Doesn't matter the words. Same with the nigger word. I still hear guys using it. Then they say they're conscious. They're not conscious. They're showing you their ignorance of using the word nigger, knowing its meaning, and you're attaching it to yourself. It's not cool. Elimination of the word minority. Man's got you talking about and that means you're like a baby. You're less than. Detach these names from yourself right now. Webster's Dictionary, 1913. The weakness of man, he never researches anything. When his brother, out of love, is telling him something, he argues with his brother, but instead of research it first. A knowledgeable man will say thank you. They'll gather in the information and then go research. If it's wrong, then you come back out of peace, love, and joy to your brother. Maybe your brother was taught per another man. Always do your research. Knowledge is food. In the mornings, not knowing that you're supposed to eat and drink live foods. Yeah, water, that's alive, that's live. You should always drink water. That's got so much energy and things you need for your body. Your body's all water. Also cleaning your water. You can't trust the tap water or the water that they serve in the bottles. How do you do it? Get yourself a pH tester and go on to YouTube and look at the different waters that they put in these bottles, tricking you. Just because it says spring water, it's not really spring water. They just put that on there. FDA is corrupt. These things keep you sick. They make $1 trillion off your sickness. So, just like they said fluoride was good for us, no one, even myself, even looked it up. We trusted them, and we trust man. Every time man tell you something, it's a catch. So you have to go more towards God. We'll say man is on the left side, God is on the right. Go towards the right. Whatever the man say, do opposite. This is how you grow closer towards God. Man tells you that marijuana gets you high. God gets you high. So your high was already in yourself. Man fooled you to limit you. You can do whatever you want, but it limits you. Some of the people, you think about it, that's still doing those things when you left them, look where they're at. They're complacent. Still doing, and you're still excelling. You're still moving up. And they still right there doing the same thing. Scratching their head, say they're gonna. They don't even know the word gonna is a bad trigger word. That's a weakness of man. Stop using the word gonna. Another guy, he said he's gonna start working out. So before his workout, his first thing is like, hey, you wanna? So I told him, I said, you don't need me. Never rely on another man for your success, because that man will let you down. If you work out with me and I renege on you, you're gonna lose your I don't need another man to help me work out. This allows you to work out at your own pace, your own level. It's all yourself and God. God gives you the great knowledge. So the more you go, these are all things that keep you weak and more away from God. Yeah, so guys, man, it's so much. Please keep seeking knowledge each and every day. It's called seek and ye shall find. And basically that's wherever your attention is the most is what you'll attract. As you become more the godly form, which is your spiritual form, as soon as you even think about something, you'll get the information right there. There's many times I had questions with things, and within minutes or seconds, I get the answers. That's because now I'm going with my inner self that has the answers, which comes from God. God knows what you want, but you have to go more towards Him to get it. So the whole key to everything is God, God, God. God is first. Back in the Old Testament, they used to always give homage to God, which is the sacrifices. So always sacrifice yourself, your time first towards God. That's all He wants. Without God, the Creator, none of us would be here. God, the Creator, the universal God, allowed us the privilege to be here on earth. Notice I said privilege. That's why you should give thanks every day to the Creator, who allowed you to enjoy this beautiful world, which is simply changing your thoughts. So man, if you want to become more stronger, please keep going more towards God and less of man. Man is the third party in your life. It's not you. It's God first. And then from there, it's yourself, which is your meditation. Man has tricked you many times, but always that's your source. So guys, you take care. Wanted to do a little different message with you today, but the weakness of man is drawing him away from his abundance. I really appreciate all you guys, the new subscribers, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because I teach you things that this world is not teaching you. And also hit that like button that allows others to also reap this knowledge. YouTube, when it hears the truth, it blocks out the most knowledge. That's why sometimes you'll get people who are not as strong with a lot of views and likes. Don't always feed off of that. Feed off a man's heart and what they're saying. And then when you go research what they're saying, those should be the ones you keep coming towards. Don't always be fooled by number of people who go view, because those are masses. Someone like me is not part of the masses. So a lot of your masses flock to the less knowledge. That's why they're called masses or sheep. So the man that's giving out the most knowledge, less will flock to him or her as the level goes up. Because the level of knowledge is too deep, but it's truthful. You guys take care. Have a beautiful day. Always, as I say, every day is a beautiful, blessed day. You guys, thank you. I really appreciate you. You can also share this message. I don't mind you sharing any of my video messages, as that's a blessing, as I only teach from the universal God who actually gives me this message, as he's gave me many others. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Take care. Have a beautiful day.